January 18th, 2024. That was the day I started my business, Official LLC, which was exactly 500 days ago today. Honestly, that wasn't planned. I was going to make this video regardless, but the fact that it's 500 days, pretty awesome. So when I started, guys, I had really no idea what I was getting into. All I knew was, hey, I have a little bit of social media knowledge. I bet you I could sell my services to a business owner out there and truly give them value in exchange for money. So I had no clue how difficult some of this stuff was going to be, but I'm going to be talking about the wins, the highs, the lows, literally everything that has to do with these last 500 days. And all I gotta really sum it up at first is just by saying it was 1,000,000% worth it. I could not argue against that at all, but we're gonna cover everything. So guys, today I wanna share with what worked, what didn't, and if it was truly worth me starting all of this just out of the blue because I was like, hey, let's try it. That wasn't the only reason why I started Social Web, obviously. I started this business because, well, quite frankly, I was getting paid too little and I wasn't learning enough skills. I was in school, still am in school, finishing out, but I was in school getting paid $10 an hour to work on a Blackstone flipping eggs, and he wouldn't pay me more. So I was like, hey, this sucks. I think I could literally pedal myself down the street and sell the knowledge that I already had. I had a little bit of experience in content creation, editing videos. You know, I knew a bit about Facebook accounts and Instagram accounts, running them, growing them. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to take those skills and I'm just going to start something. That's literally how it started. I was like, I could pedal myself down the street and make more than $10 an hour. So that's what I'm going to do because I hate working here and I'm truly not growing as a person. So now you understand what I kind of knew going into it. What I didn't know was anything about systems. I didn't know anything about Facebook ads. I didn't know how to make a Facebook ad. I knew nothing about marketing, like not fully anyway. Like I get the terms of it, but I really didn't know how to actually generate interest and close sales, okay? Since then though, I've learned an awfully lot. So obviously from the jump, I leveraged my existing network, got some first clients, and at this point I was charging $500, okay? $500, and what I would do is I would build them 3 custom videos, run them as Facebook ads, and basically generate leads. If you don't know what a lead is somebody's name, email, phone number, basically a person of interest that you can go after to try to make a sale. So like if I had 2 business owners being like, hey, I want to work with Brady, or I've heard Win that they're looking for a social media guy, that would be a lead to me. I would call them, try to pitch myself and be like, hey, let's have a meeting, try to turn them into a client. Okay, so that's what I do for businesses. I get them leads for them to close into sales. So one of my first clients was actually for off-campus housing for students, and I was able to help him sign a lease within the first month. So to put that in perspective, he only spent $500 on my service and $500 on Facebook and closed a lease probably worth over 20 grand. So when I figured that out, I was like, holy crap, this is actually amazing. And I really provided legitimate value here, and he's going to continue to be my client, which he did, and he still is for what, almost going on 2 years now. So it's been a huge experience, you know, starting off and actually learning how to do marketing, how to do Facebook ads. You know, this isn't some basic social media management where you get some likes and some comments and a couple followers. I really focused on the bottom line so I can charge the prices I want to charge. By the way, it's not $500 anymore, and get the value for them, and they go, thank you. If you can charge somebody thousands of dollars and they say thank you, you got yourself a good business. So anyway, I've worked with probably 35 different businesses at this point, and a lot of them have gotten really good ROI or return on investment from my services. I'm not saying everyone was a home run slam, guys. I'm not telling you every single business stuck with me to this day. That's not true, but it genuinely has had repeat clients, and that's a win. I had a month where I made over 10K, and then the next month I made around $2,000-$3,000. So I can't just sit here and tell you that money is always coming in all the time. I'm working on a consistent cash flow pipeline. I'm working on setting up automatic payments, bigger contracts, etc., etc. Again, I'm talking about the highs here. I don't want to talk about the struggles just yet. But seriously, guys, from the point of where I started, the first year I made probably around $10,000 in sales for the entire year. I made about 10K. So, and that's, again, that's revenue. We're not talking profit. Like I had to pay for software and stuff as well. Fast forward now, I've already made 300% more than I made the first year. So I'm already at 30 grand. Again, I know these aren't crazy numbers. I guarantee you there's some entrepreneur out here watching it like, you're a pleb, okay? But honestly, from where I started to where I am now, exponential growth, like exponential growth. And I guarantee you in these next 5 years, it's going to continue to scale like that. Mark my words. Again, this year, sitting at around $30,000 in sales, Last year, barely made it to 10K. So I'm really excited. Things have been going absolutely fantastic. If we stay on course this year, could close out $60,000 plus worth of sales, which I honestly think it can be more than that. I can definitely crush it on this next half. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. So let's talk about some struggles real quick. And there are a lot of them. Every single day, I could be doing something better in the business. And this is a good problem to have, but I could literally dump 100 hours of my time per week into this business and still have a lot more to do. So, you know, if you can handle that and you truly still love what you do, it's not a big deal, but it can be overwhelming and can be stressful. So another one of the struggles is I'm trying to build better systems so I can bring people into the business. I actually just hired somebody, great friend of mine, A+ employee, absolute genius with the computer, a super good person to have in my business. And I'm realizing that it's kind of hard to train him and work at the same time, as well as when I bring on more employees, I don't really have exactly, they're called SOPs, for people to follow and really kind of get the gist of the business. So that's one thing that I'm building out right now. And, you know, of course, not to mention client management all the time. Like when I have clients, I have to do work for them, which isn't a huge deal, except I am better selling my products, being out there having meetings, closing deals, couple $1,000 deals per week, instead of sitting in here and just dealing with little client issues, I guess. Not to say that I don't care about my clients, because for one, it's always been me. Every single person that I've worked with has been me doing all the work in the back end, and I do a great job. But at the same time, you guys know, if I could go out there and sell more and have somebody else replace me and do the back end stuff, it would be really helpful. So that's kind of something I'm moving into right now. So real quick, I just want to talk about the current systems I have now. So first of all, I have automation that basically does texting marketing, email marketing. I have my own business phone number now, my own CRM. Again, a lot of that stuff you guys don't know what it is, but basically it's software that just helps me do my job better, pretty much, okay? I also have a system of posting content, which I've been definitely lacking on, hence why I'm doing this now. But I have a legitimate system and metrics to hit every single week that I know if I do, it's truly gonna scale out. So I have great systems in place now, guys. I have awesome software. I only have one hire right now, but he's a killer. I know if he stays in the business and I treat him right, he's going to truly add millions of dollars into the business. I just know it. I just know it for a fact. Okay. Got good to-do list down. I use Notion. I use different software that really just help organize everything. And really just, again, I'm building a company here and it all has to do with software and computers. So anything that makes that easier, systemizes it, as well as saves time, it's huge. Okay. This is how you increase your value. That's all I've really been doing. So the future for social web, and this is a big one. This is where I'm really going for the next year or two. I'm going to keep it short. I don't really want to go like 10 years out. Okay. I could talk about that forever. But right now what I'm trying to do is have consistent over 10K months, no matter what, every single month. Hit that 20K month eventually. Definitely doable. Definitely doable. You guys may not know a lot about my business, but just know if you saw the back end of it, you'd be like, dude, you can easily do that. I want to hire more people. I want to have somebody doing my social media managing, you know, editing, figuring out, posting and stuff, you know, just other things I want to do. I want to build out systems so when I do hire people, they can just train themselves to go through it, get adequate into the business, and again, just kind of build out systems that can be used, and I can be building more systems instead of living inside of them. That's what the entrepreneur life is, guys. You're building a bunch of different systems, doing them yourself, and then being like, hey, I'm going to train you to do this so you can do this while I go build another system, or I go, you know, do something harder, do the sales of the business. As well as I've run probably $2,000 worth of my own Facebook ads, and I've literally made over $10,000 in sales from the people I've advertised to. So I know I got a working system. So realistically, I want to pump like 5 to 10K a month at some point into just running ads, because it is that powerful. Facebook ads are insanely powerful. I do them for my clients. I do them for myself. My return on investment is easily 5x on my Facebook ads. Like, I have the proof. And again, that's 1 month. Imagine if I had all these clients staying with me for 12 months. That'd be like an average client spent. If they were $1,500 for 12 months, it'd be 18 grand or something like that. $18,000 per client. So it's a no-brainer for me to keep running ads. So that's what I'm really looking forward to, is doing that and scaling out the advertising. Okay, and I'm going to wrap this up with just, was it worth it? Yeah, guys, it was worth it. Okay, let me go off on a little tangent here, for real. I was so sick of being paid per hour, whether the day was busy or not. I would show up to the shop, there'd be so many customers in there, I'm busting a sweat, going crazy, getting paid $10 an hour. Then I would stand there for an hour, nobody in the restaurant, and I get paid $10 an hour. That really irked me, because I was like, I got put in a box. You are the Blackstone guy. You're the guy that makes $10 an hour, and maybe in 2 years, we'll teach you how to use the bagel oven. Really? Like, I don't care about that. I truly knew that I was more valuable than that. And I was like, screw this. I'm gonna create my own destiny. I'm gonna create my own job. I soft launched it, pulled through, lived at my mom and dad's for a while, okay? Cut costs, and I am blessed. I am blessed to have a good family, okay? I'm not gonna say everything was handed to me because nothing was handed to me. I've taken out 0 loans. I've done this all myself. Yes, it's 100% worth it. And it's just getting started. I've already made it out the mud, okay? You gotta plant that seed deep in the dirt, and you may not see it sprout for years. I was lucky enough to at least see a sprout already, and I know the future of it. If I don't build it, it's my fault. That's all I gotta say. Like, this isn't luck. I figured it out, guys. I'm gonna call it now. I figured it out, and that's truly how I feel. So yes, it was 1,000,000% worth it. And if you ever think about doing it, absolutely do it. So hope you guys did enjoy this video. Again, 500 days of running my business. Absolutely love it, and I look forward to the rest of it. So yep, that'll be all. See ya.